Hello, it's Mike from TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Flagstaff Shamrock 19. I'm going to walk you around this little hybrid travel trailer and show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning. On your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. On the ends, I want you to think about your beds. So your bed's going to fold out about that much, so leave plenty of room for them. Your power is going to be above your tire on your off campsite, but your water connection is going to be around the corner here. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive and unhook our hitch, first thing we do is level our unit. The unit comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light, should you arrive at night, simply raise or lower the unit until you're level. Now should you lose power, under this rubber stopper, the smaller headed of the two hand cranks you have will fit on a bolt in there and get this up and down even if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts every now and then, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of these stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris. Keep them from sinking into the hot blacktop in the summer. Really good investment. Use your 10% off coupon. Get 4 of them, put them down, and run these down just until they're on top of it and taut. Remember, our unit's already level. All we're trying to do is stabilize it. So if you're not using a impact driver or drill gun, use this hand crank and run it down just until you've got some resistance and it starts to feel like it's going to lift the unit. Head on to the next one. Get all 4 of them down. Got your unit level and stable. Now we can hook up your power and water. Big long 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side. Where these come on, just like a pistol grip here. Go in at about 10 o'clock. Turn it to noon. Put on your black washer here. And you're locked in. That blue light means you got power. Now should you need to plug into a 110, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Around the rear corner here is going to be your little docking station. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, grab a water pressure regulator. When it comes to your convenience pack, will reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use these. Hook that up, hook up your hose. Don't turn that hose on yet. Find your hot water heater. Over here on your off camp side, before being open, it'll look like that. Here's your hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point is making sure that drain plug's back in there. Throw some plumber's tape around that. Not putty will gum up on you. Plumber's tape on that. Get that in there nice and snug, and you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now after that hose has been on for a minute, go inside, open up all of your water lines, your sinks, your showers. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them, all the air out of the lines. Then shut them off, and you're all set to camp. Now let's say you're not going to be at a campsite and you need water. In that case, you're going to fill up your fresh water. At the front of your unit is your freshwater or potable water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. You can gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right there. Or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when filling it up. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, put that cap on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump and hook the city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, we're all set to camp with power and water. I'm going to walk you around the rest of the unit, starting here on this off camp side. Storage area, again our fresh water. Your hot water heater. One more thing on this, it doesn't seem to be working. Look to see if either one of these are bubbled up. They are a reset. It says push to reset right there. Usually where your fresh water is, closely is your freshwater drain, that big white handle there. Flue for your furnace. Few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. And we sell bug guards for those as well. Good investment. Hot and cold shower out here. That's where you dump your black and gray tanks. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Then up here is your regular low point drains. Around this corner is that docking station where you can go cable or satellite, city water, tank flush. We'll utilize that when dumping our black tanks. And then here's where you put in your antifreeze. More storage there. Your spare tire has a cover on it. You're prepped for a backup camera up there as well. You got this bunk down already to save time. On your awning, you do have a pitch control. If you got a light rain and you want to bring that down, pull on that, and that will bring your awning down one way. Coming down your campsite, inside is a hook for a TV that'll mount on here, a couple of outdoor speakers, and a vent for your hood range indoors. So you've got this griddle, you've also got, you've got this table, you've also got a griddle with legs that'll hook up to this side, and the quick connect LP is right there. Here's your cable and 110 for that TV. You prep for solar, you can plug in the solar panel right there and that'll trickle charge your batteries. Your propane does have a cover and a regulator. Just point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty loosey to open. Green means you've got gas. Alright, before going inside, let me show you how to bring these bunks down. They're pretty easy. We're just going to unlock these. Just going to lift up on that flap. Super easy with two people, but I can handle it as one. If you get that up high enough and get the bed to clear the flap, it'll sit right down here for me. I'm going to run inside real quick, finish setting up that bed before I show you the rest of inside. That way you have them both covered on how to set them up. Should get that down already. Just going to go ahead and reach inside here and pull out this shepherd's hook, I call it. It's a small one. It's got a curved end here, straight on the other. Straight is going to go that way. But I'm going to tell you, I find it best just to pull this mattress right out of your way. So what we're doing here is we're coming to this bar and we're putting the end of our bar on that black piece right there. And then this curved end will hook in here. Throw your mattress back out there. And you're all set. Come back to the entry doorway. First thing I like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguishers located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. On your awning, you're only going to want to run your awning out until that flap falls down and you can see that bar. Otherwise, if you hold that button down, that will go out past that point and run itself up onto itself and flip up and run itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. As it's coming in, I'll continue here on the control panel. Up here is where you check the levels of your freshwater, black and gray tanks. There's your brand new battery. There's where you connect the Bluetooth. There are 3 lights, awning, interior, and step. Down here is where you can hook up to your Wi-Fi booster. I'll send you a video from Forest River on that to explain that. Your water heater hooked to gas, your water heater hooked to electric. It does make a difference. Choose correctly. Here's where you turn on your water pump to get to that fresh water. There's the button I said to watch that when you're filling it. And then over here is tank heater. That's a little 12-volt pad that's on your tank. In case you think you're in inclement weather and your tanks might freeze, turn that on. Whole purpose of this Go Power solar controller is to keep your battery slow charging. 13.7 is about regular on a 12-volt battery. And your only concern is to make sure that stays unflooded. I'm going to send you a separate video from Go Power on how to make sure that stays like that. It normally, I don't know of any reason why it would jump off from it, but if it does go off, it's easy to set up. Tire pressure monitoring system, same thing with them. I'll send you a video from them for a TPS system if it's on this. Over here is our thermostat. Over here to cool. Use your AC with quick dump too. You notice when I shut your AC off, it shuts off quick. I'm going to turn on your heat. Hear that kick on? Oh, I got to turn temperature up. There we go. That's why it didn't kick on. There it goes. Now I shut the heat off. It's actually going to run through for a few minutes before it actually cycles through and shuts off. Fans are over here, highs and lows. In our bathroom, we got 110 with GFCI reset. Keep an eye on your plumbing. Shower doors, make sure they're not closed as well. AquaView, might want to look up how the shower miser works. Using fresh water that utilizes, just cycling that through so you don't waste water when you're warming it up. Exterior fan, hand crank open for your vent in your bathroom. Underneath your fridge is your breaker box and fuses, handful of 15s and a couple of 40s. Fridge, I just want to mention, has this safety bar. Continuing in here, down here is your inverter and your carbon monoxide propane detector. There's your griddle and propane hose. Remote for your TV, which I think I actually knocked it off here. So this is the Connex eTV. It's a smart TV. You can play Bluetooth outside, TV indoors.
Clio, CBS News.
Two zoned.
Okay, now to politics.
So I can turn down the news here, and I can switch that over to AM and FM. So it's a really nice system. There's your TV mount. Put that on the back of that TV, and that'll snap outside. This will jackknife down into a sofa, flipping it forward. That's right. Put down this leg if you do use it for a sleeper. Light and fan above your cooktop. Light. Flip that glass top back. Turn that to high. Hit your spark over here, and that will light these up. Just that quickly. Same thing with the oven. Turn this to light, spark it there, look in there, you'll see your pilot light on, then turn it to your desired temperature. Rock that panel light down, becomes an oven light. Charging port here, push on that and that'll pop up. 110s and a couple of USBs, micro USB. Self-explanatory microwave. Your plumbing, keep an eye on that, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. If you do travel a lot in this, keep an eye on the PEX. Access panels underneath there, usually a square screw to put them away, to get access to those. So let's put these beds away. Push forward on that. Let that fall down. Fold your short part of your mattress up, stand it up here. One more thing I want to mention on your mattresses here, both of your mattresses are heated. You'll plug that in there. Your 110 is right there. Then you also have a fan light up here. that will clip on and plug in back here. So unplug them and put them away. Alright, closing it up, what I like to do is just shut off my interior lights here. Then I can see any other lights that are on, accent lights that I left on. Make sure our vents are closed. Batten down all the hatches and exit the unit. On these steps, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open before you open or close it, otherwise there's a catch on it. Your feet are also adjustable. You press in on that and that'll release that leg. Lock that in there, it'll keep that from banging against your screen. Before you leave the dump station, lock and deadbolt your door, lift and turn this handle. If we are out dry camping, I'm going to bring up our stabilizing jacks, come on over here, empty that fresh water drain, and head on home or the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we're going to unhook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks, and head on up to the dump station. Now, the dump station park accordingly, your dump's going to be at the rear of the unit, just behind your tires. 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull the right handle, which is your sewer outlet. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty or close to it, come back out here, leave that black handle open, hook your hose up to tank flush. Turn that on for a good 5 minutes, emphasizing with that black handle open, wash your black tank out. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained. Close your black handle and pull your gray. It's going to be cleaner water you sink in your showers. Usually while those are draining, I'll get up underneath here and dump my low point drains. I'm done camping for the season, or for a while. You don't want to leave hot water, stagnant water in your hot water heater. Come up here, lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, just like that, a little bit of hot water will come out. Close that down, then pull your drain plug for your residual water. When that gray is done, get underneath there, close that gray, take that sewage hose, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy the Shamrock for many years to come. Happy camping.